Program, B.S. English. Course, 18th Century Novel. Topic, Joseph Andrews as a Picaresque Novel. Prepared by, Dr. Shahryar Khan. Question. What is a Picaresque novel? Can Joseph Andrews be called a Picaresque novel? Introduction. According to Penguin Dictionary of Literary Terms and Literary Theory, the term picaresque is derived from a Spanish word picaro, which means rogue. It tells the life of a knave or picaroon who is the servant of several masters. Through his experience, this picaroon satirizes the society in which he lives. The picaresque novel originated in the 16th Spain. Originally, the stories of such novels revolved around the adventures of a rogue hero on the highway. Later, this rogue or anti-hero was replaced with a more traditional protagonist. There were two major characteristics of picaresque novels. First, such novels did not have a coherent plot. The story was told by putting together various episodes. Secondly, picaresque novels are usually comic and full of mischievous incidents. The hero wanders in the countryside and on the way meets many characters and situations. The action is not single, as these episodes are not connected with one another. The comic element is the result of hero's actions, and through these actions, the writer satirizes the social norms and traditions. Fielding was inspired by Cervantes in writing Joseph Andrews. Cervantes' Don Quixote does contain some elements of picaresque novel, and we also find the echo of these in Joseph Andrews. As Homer Goldberg remarks, Fielding found in the picaresque the narrative elasticity required to accommodate the vast range of characters and low incidence that his comic epic theory demanded. Point 1. The first characteristic of a picaresque novel is its loose plot. Only the character of the protagonist keeps the episodes together. The interest of the novel lies in a series of exciting and sensational episodes which are complete in themselves. Such a structure allows a writer to introduce a variety of characters and events. The hero travels from one place to another, he meets thieves and robbers, rescues damsels in distress, fights duels, falls in love, thrown in prison, and many such adventures. Through these large number of characters, the writer presents the picture of the contemporary society. The characters belong to all kinds of classes and professions. Through such depiction, the reader gets the chance to know about life, culture, and morality prevalent in that time. The writer also satirizes the follies and vanities of different sections of the society. Joseph Andrews, up to some extent, like a picaresque novel, has a loose plot. Like Don Quixote and Sancho Panza in Cervantes' novel, Joseph Andrews and Parson Adams set out on a journey in which they meet a series of adventures. Like Don Quixote, Parson Adams has an idealistic view of life. When his idealism meets real situations, it gives birth to comedy. Point 2. Comic element is the second characteristic of a picaresque novel. Most of the comic elements in Joseph Andrews occur on the road. After he was dismissed from his job by Lady Booby, Joseph borrows a coat and sets on a journey towards his home. He meets his first adventure when he is robbed, beaten, stripped, and thrown in a ditch. The passengers of a passing stagecoach reluctantly take Joseph to a nearby inn. Here, the writer satirizes the double standards and affected manners of different classes of people. In the inn, the owner named Towers refuses to help Joseph. Even the parson of the village is reluctant to go to supposedly dying Joseph's bed because he belongs to lower class. The surgeon also shows callous attitude towards Joseph. When Parson Adams arrives, the incidents become more humorous. Joseph and Adams' fight with the hounds is comic and absurd. Fielding's satire is quite sharp as he exposes the vanities and hypocrisies of landlords, innkeepers, lawyers, surgeons, parsons, and many others. Like picaresque novels, Joseph Andrews also have interpolations or digressions. There are three digressive stories in the plot: the story of Leonora and Bellarmine, the story of Mr. Wilson, the tale of Leonard and Paul. These tales also help readers to understand some main characters in a better way. Point 3. In fact, Ronald Paulson has a completely different view about Joseph Andrews. He does not deny that it is a picaresque novel but says that it is a picaresque in reverse. Fielding's Joseph Andrews is a picaresque in reverse. Instead of a rogue preying on society, we have an innocent Joseph and a saintly fool Adams being preyed upon by a corrupt society. This is an interesting viewpoint. As discussed earlier, in a picaresque novel, the picaro or rogue manipulates and tricks people from different sections of the society. He is the one who commits petty crimes and seduce innocent girls. In Joseph Andrews, it is the opposite. In the beginning, Lady Booby and Mrs. Slipslop try to seduce and use Joseph. Later, on the road, he is robbed, beaten, and thrown in a ditch. Parson Adams also has the similar experiences. Looking at it from this perspective, it does appear to be a reverse picaresque novel. Conclusion. We can conclude that despite having some of the characteristics, Joseph Andrews is not a proper picaresque novel. In the picaresque tradition, the hero sets on a journey for a quest. In Joseph Andrews, there is no such quest. The hero is forced to travel after getting dismissed from his job. Secondly, a part of the novel is set in the city of London while the picaresque novels are always set in rural areas. The protagonist of the novel is a picaro or rogue. Joseph Andrews is a simple country youth with a strong moral sense. Despite many attempts by Lady Booby to seduce him, he does not relent. His character is not roguish in any sense of the word. Moreover, the main aim of Henry Fielding in this novel is not the depiction of adventures on the road. His purpose is to explore his theory of the ridiculous to expose the moral standards of the English society of his time. We can say that Joseph Andrews exhibits some elements of a picaresque novel, but it does not follow the picaresque tradition as a whole.